Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the new Protect X alarm system for Toyotas. This is a system that adds crucial functionality to your Toyota vehicle. It covers all Toyota models and vehicles. And it's made by a company called Promaster. I've actually been running this system on my Camry 2025 XSE and my Grand Highlander Platinum vehicles for about 4 or 5 months, and the system works very well. So I wanted to give you a little kind of a show and tell of how the system works, maybe some insider information for you, and really recommend this. I think any Toyota owner should be adding this to their vehicle to fully protect it from the theft of wheels, catalytic converters, contents inside the car. As I'm sure you know, Toyota vehicles, newer Toyota vehicles, have an engine immobilizer, and which basically prevents the engine from being started if someone attempts to do that with a key or key fob that doesn't have the chip that's paired up with that vehicle. It also it honks the horn and flashes the lights, kind of like a rudimentary alarm if someone were to break into the vehicle by opening one of the doors. However, if somebody just smashes a window and crawls in through the window, there's no alert because you haven't actually triggered any of the door sensors to trigger that alarm system. So what this Protect X system does is it adds that functionality to the existing Toyota alarm system, where it adds a impact motion sensor, it adds a tilt sensor. The tilt sensor is crucial because it prevents the car from being, doesn't prevent you from being towed, but it alerts you if someone attempts to jack up your car more than 1 degree to tow the car, or get underneath it to steal your catalytic converter, or to steal your rims. You know, the models of wheels that come with these new vehicles. Here's my Camry, and you know, it's got these really nice rims on here with these wheels. Replacing these rims and wheels would cost me over $1,600. So, you know, I want to do everything I can to protect not only the contents of the vehicle, but also the rims and wheels on this vehicle, right? They're expensive to replace, and unfortunately the built-in Toyota alarm system does nothing to protect my vehicle from someone just walking up and jacking up the vehicle and removing the wheels. You know, I do have wheel locks on here, but wheel locks are just meant to slow them down. They're not going to prevent them. They're going to get through the wheel locks. So if you have wheel locks and a impact and tilt sensing alarm system, it's going to trigger the flashing lights and the horn, and you know, unless somebody is really motivated, they're just going to run away. They're going to leave your car alone. They're going to go to an easier target, and that's what you want to get to. So first thing I want to demonstrate is the tilt sensor, so you can see this in action and how well it protects your vehicle from someone jacking up your car to steal your wheels. Okay, so as you can see, I got my jack, getting ready to jack this guy up. The alarm is already on and running. I'm going to just start jacking this up, and we'll see how quickly it actually activates the alarm. Actually, let me take my key fob out so I can turn it off here in a fairly quick order. All right. Okay, so it already warned me, hey, you're doing something to this vehicle you shouldn't be doing. I'm going to continue. There we go. And the alarm is going off. And we'll turn it off. So as you can see, let me grab this and we'll take a look underneath the vehicle here. that tire isn't off the ground. See, that tire is still on the ground. So, you know, at this point, the alarm was going off. The vehicle, they would have just taken off at that point, you know, because they would have called attention to whoever was trying to steal the vehicle or steal the wheels. So it's doing what it needs to do. And also, you know, this also would have prevented them from getting underneath the vehicle and, you know, stealing the catalytic converter from underneath there. So yeah, this system works very well. Okay, so the next bit I'm going to show you is going to be triggering the system by an impact. So I'm try to hold this a little bit farther back so you can see. I'm just going to hit the window. Once again, I got the warning. I'm not going to make it go off again. But, you know, you can go and you can clearly see that the system is sensitive enough to take not very hard hits. And if you were to hit it with a very hard hit, that is going to trigger the alarm. And what you'll see is, you know, the lights on the front, as well as the, you know, since I've got the XSC, it's got this little bar light on the front here that will start flashing. Basically, all the lights will flash all the way around. The horn goes off. So it adds another layer of protection to your vehicle that you're not getting with the built-in Toyota alarm system. The installation of this system is fairly simple. You're going to basically turn on your vehicle. Actually, let me do that here. We'll turn on the vehicle. You'll turn your wheel to the right. You'll remove that screw. You'll turn your wheel to the left. You'll remove that screw, and then this whole cowling underneath here, underneath the steering wheel, this whole section drops down. Actually, let me go step outside and do this. This drops down. Basically, if you have a little spanner, you can just slide it in there on both sides and just drop this whole thing down, and then you'll see the steering column, and there's going to be 2 wiring harnesses here, and they're color coded. They match the instructions that are provided with the alarm system. You'll unplug those, plug in the provided cable, and then put your sensor, you know, anywhere inside. The cable is, you know, probably 1.5 feet, maybe a foot to 1.5 feet long. It's got some nice sticky 3M tape. You'll stick that, you know, anywhere inside your console. Put this guy back on, put your screws back in, and that's it. You're done. The system uses the Toyota OEM key fob. There is no aftermarket key fob that you need to have. You know, I'm running mine with my Grand Highlander key fob and my Camry 2025 key fob. And just depending on the combination of button presses and holds that you do there is how you'll activate different functions of the alarm system. They have a valet mode, which is very handy if you're taking your vehicle in for, like say, a scheduled maintenance, or you're, you know, going to a, you know, hotel or something, or go out for dinner and you don't want the alarm to be triggered by the valet or, you know, the maintenance technician at your Toyota dealership. You just set the alarm system in valet mode, and it will not arm the system. You know, the built-in Toyota immobilizer will still work. That functionality isn't going to change because that's provided by Toyota. But the Protect X functionality, which would be the impact sensor or the tilt sensor, that functionality would be disabled. So your alarm isn't going to randomly go off if you know, you're a Toyota and they lock the vehicle, then they come back and they put it up on a rack while it's locked, and all of a sudden the alarm starts going off. So it's a very good feature to have. Another good feature that the system provides is the ability to roll down your windows and roll up your windows this is a feature that is available if you take your vehicle in and have the ECU programmed by a Toyota technician, which is probably, Toyota's probably going to charge you for doing that. And they're probably going to charge you an hour or two in labor, which may cost anywhere from $150 to say $300 to have them do that. Well, this system has that functionality built in, it doesn't require any kind of programming. It's just built into the system. So I'll show you that here, so you can kind of see that in action. All right, so to perform this function, I'll switch this guy around here. You're going to take your key fob and you're going to unlock the car, and then you're going to just hold it down again, and you see how the window went down. And then what it does is it progressively rolls down the windows as you keep on pressing the button. See how they're progressively going down. And I'm assuming that the thought process is, hey, you got a dog or something in there you're going to leave in there while you're running into the 7-Eleven to get something real quick. You can kind of roll down your windows. The first stop was about, about that low. I don't know if you saw that in the first step there, but it was fairly low. If you want to roll them all up, oh, hey, I got out of the car, I turned off the vehicle. I forgot to roll all the windows up before I got out of the car. Normally you'd have to go in, turn on at least the accessory mode to be able to power the windows again. Not with this. You can just hold down the unlock button again for 3 seconds. And all 4 windows all rolled up. Pretty slick, huh? Once again, all built into the sensor. This isn't anything that I had to program. All work directly from my handy dandy OEM official Toyota key fob. So it's a great, provides great functionality for your vehicle, protecting your expensive wheels and rims, the contents of your vehicle from somebody smashing in the windows and doing that, stealing your catalytic converter. So a lot of cool functionality to protect your vehicle with super easy installation process. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been helpful, and there you go. The system armed. I hope that this helps you, make an informed decision, but I would strongly suggest if you own a Toyota vehicle, get the Protect X alarm system, because you will not regret it. And just on a side note, the company Promaster is working on Honda vehicles next, and their plan is to roll out to as many vehicle systems as they can. Toyota is, obviously the largest manufacturer of vehicles on the planet, so it was the easiest one to, get the best bang for your buck. But anyway, it's a great system. So install it, protect your stuff, and enjoy. We'll see you on the next.